Good evening. I'm so glad to be here tonight. It is a rainy Tuesday night, and we have a good lineup tonight. And potentially, I think we're going to have some time at the very end for you guys to share a little bit what you're doing, how your um, process is going so far for May, and we'll get to that when we have shared all the things. So how about we start with May incentives? Sheila, do you want to go over them?
Oh, yes, because these are really good.
Mm.
And I'm always really, oh, wrong one. Let me open my boards. If you do not have boards, get boards because, and I'll say this every time we do incentives because everything's in there and it just makes life so easy. Where's the, sorry, I had it here. I'm in the same spot now as mom. I had it here, but now I gotta go get it again. Okay. New VIP customers. So for May, this is Canada and the US, new VIP customers receive $10 US, $13.15 Canadian for the new VIPs. So you can use the code GIVE10 for the US, GIVECA for Canada. Current VIP customers who have not ordered since March 2024 or before receive the same amount off of an order of 50 PV plus, and they use the code SAVE10 for the US or SAVECA for Canada. So, and then this is neat. I had never heard of an Andar Denner wallet. So I went and Googled it, and they're really cute, and they're Plexus branded, which is super fun. And so if you enroll 3 new VIPs this month with a minimum 100 PV purchase or a welcome pack, you get a Plexus branded Andar Denner wallet. Super cute, super cute. Double one-time achievement bonuses for new gold to senior ruby rank ups. That's all markets, and that's for this whole month. So brand ambassadors will receive a double one-time rank achievement bonus when they rank up to gold, ruby, or senior ruby for the first time in May. We have leadership development bonuses. This is super cool. So if you brand ambassadors who develop a new level 1 personally sponsored gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, earn a bonus. So let's say you have a level 1 that goes gold, you get an extra $125. So that's really neat. The sponsor and the level 1 rank advancement both need to have 3 new VIP enrollments with 100 PV or a welcome pack in order to qualify. Remember, we are prepping for convention. It's next month, which is crazy to say that it's next month. Unbelievable. And rank rewards is continuing this month. So you can earn paid as rank of gold, senior gold, ruby, or senior ruby, maintain or exceed paid rank, and then you enroll 3 new or more level 1 VIPs, and then you receive rank rewards. So those are our incentives for May. Oh, you and your level 1 get rewarded.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I love when they do that because it's definitely a joint effort, right? You work together. All right. Thank you for that, Sheila. Tonight, I love when people share their stories that we haven't heard before because stories are always going to feed our belief. And so when we hear a variety of stories and we see them among us, it's always adding on to the belief that Plexus is for everybody. And so I hounded Luella a little bit today and said, we haven't ever heard your story. So she wasn't technically ready, but she was so gracious and kind and said, hey, how about if you ask me some questions and then we can share your story that way. Awesome. So I'm going to get started and I'm just curious, what brought you to Plexus? And you're looking for your mute button, I'm assuming.
I got it. I
Got
think I
it.
got it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this. What brought you
No,
to Plexus? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, this is I'm not sure you want to hear all this, but okay, so this is a funny story.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm not the only one this has happened to, but so I started with someone that actually wasn't Jenny, and she was from Manitoba. Um, but she moved to Alberta.
Okay.
So I started and I wasn't getting a whole lot of I really liked the products. And I actually didn't really know her. I think she was just a mutual friend on Facebook is how I heard of Plexus. So anyways, I started, I liked the products, but really wasn't sure what I was doing. So I stopped. And so this was, I think I only took the products for maybe 2 months. I
Mhm.
stopped. And then we went to family camp in Turtle Mountain and I met Jenny. And we had lots of time to visit and I got to know her. I actually know her parents, but I'd never met her. And she showed up with her pink drink and her active. And I was like, oh, okay, so you're a Plexus girl. And so we just got chatting. And then so after that weekend, we kept in touch. And I asked her, I said, so I'm technically not really ordering anymore. Could I like sign up with you? And because I would like somebody close by that could help me, and I kind of want the community, and I really like you, and I don't really know this other person. So I said, "Do you think we can do this?" So I kind of canceled my stuff and I signed up with her. And it was exactly what I wanted, and were what I needed, which was she
Mhm.
shared with me how I should be taking the products, what I should take, and then she started sharing about the community
Mhm.
and that it's a really good bunch of women that she's met that love Jesus, and she's really been encouraged. And so basically, she also is very passionate about sharing about the products. And so she just helped me along, and it kind of went from there, and we got to be friends. And it didn't take really that long for me to start sharing
Mhm.
about the products, and started getting a few customers, helping people, mostly family. And then it kind of went to friends. And yeah, it's
I
kind
love
of so
that.
that, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your health results. How long have you been
Okay.
on the products now?
Just over a year. Like
Okay.
technically, like I stopped. So it's just about a year,
Mhm.
over a year. In the beginning, the main thing I noticed was energy levels because
Mhm.
I didn't have a whole lot of energy. And I started losing weight like right away. And I think it was because I was so bloated.
Mhm.
Like all my pants were fitting, like everything was loose. And so I think I lost like a 1.5 or 2 inches just in the first month.
Wow.
And so I was like, okay, this is cool. Um, and so after that, I started going through detox actually, and I actually wanted to get help with headaches because I've always suffered with headaches,
Mm.
and I started getting more headaches.
Mm.
And then I realized this is detox, like it's getting rid of all this crap. And I think my system is pretty messed up. So I got the kidney like detox, the back pain, I got the headaches. And so I just kept doing it, kept drinking lots of water, kept taking everything. And then before I knew it, I wasn't getting any more headaches.
Wow.
So the headaches, and then if I was to get one once in a while, I wouldn't have to pop the Advil
Mhm.
and it would just go away on its own. I would just have to go for a walk or get up and move around. So that was a big thing for me, getting rid of these headaches that had been like, it was like a cloud, just, yeah, all the time. Actually, they started in my 30s, and I started getting migraines when my girls were really little, and I would have to call my husband home from work because I couldn't get out of bed. And so they've gotten a little bit better since then, but still I would have a day where I was just out of commission. So now that I'm 50, like I feel better than
She joined
I
the 50 club last week, so that's exciting.
I feel better than like in my 40s. And I'm thinking I kind of feel better than in my 30s. So that's a bonus. So the bloating has gone now. Like I didn't realize how bloated I was. So no
Yeah.
more bloating. Those were the main things, and I was really, really happy about that. I don't eat as much sugar, which is good, really good. So less sugar cravings. I'm a dental assistant full time. So I need energy at work because I have one day a week, I have a 10 day, not like 20. So I need energy to
Wow.
keep me going
Mhm.
all afternoon. So I just have my slim in the morning, my active in the afternoon, and no coffee. Like I have my
Wow.
coffee in the morning. That's all I need. So yeah.
That's so good. I love what the people are encouraging you. Like hearing people just push through detox and understanding how important that is such a big deal. Like we hear these stories on the other side, right? And so it just again always affirms of how much importance there is on helping our customers push through that layer because the good is on the other side. I love that so much. Also, I'm curious to hear what your business goals are. Just a little bit of a Cole's Notes version of where do you see this taking you?
Well, right now, I would like more time to spend on Plexus and on the business side of things. Right now it is it's like a side business because I do have a full-time job. I
Mhm,
also do the books. I do the books for my husband's construction company. Plus
mhm.
we're building a house and we're trying
Right.
to sell a house. So I'm a little bit all over the place. Um, but I love helping people. And usually at night after I'm done work, that's kind of what I'm doing. Instead of on social media, I'm trying to, yeah, message people. And so I would love to have more time. I would love to quit my full-time job
There you go.
because, yeah, I would love that. So I would like to make more than what I'm making with Plexus right now. Basically, I'm paying for my products, which is wonderful. Um, but I would like to do a lot more. Yeah, just to give me more flexibility to be able to stay at home. I could do the other books plus that, and maybe that would be a combined income that could replace the other. Yeah. So,
I love that. That's so good. And just look around. There's a lot of us that have done similar things. I did the same thing. Once I started sharing, I was like, this has to work. And so a year in, I had replaced my income. I was at senior gold and that replaced my current office income. And so I quit the job and I stayed home. So it's very possible. Very possible.
oh,
I did the same thing,
wonderful.
evening messages, noon hour follow-ups, quickly watching the videos. I know it's a sacrifice, but it's so worth it. So worth it. Thank you so much for sharing that. That makes me really excited for you. And I know that others are as well. Sorry, my dog. All right. We're going to go on to, ooh, we have brand new IronWoman who's already all ordered. Plexus is always so good that they send us their sample kits. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to come like this. Like we got this cutest little box with what looks like a ring box, and it has the bottle of capsules and it has a little lip gloss in there. And I mean, like, I don't know if you can see that, but the whole theme is like strong women. Is just the most cutest thing ever. So adorable. But check this out. There's one capsule in there. And it was such a cute delivery, right? Like it's so sweet of how they make their packaging. All of that is just so appealing to the people. But with all that aside, yes, whoever was in charge of branding did a phenomenal job on it. With all that aside, I am so excited for this product. I feel like with largely our market being women, this is something we can truly, truly get behind. And we all know that gut health is so linked to your hemoglobin levels, to all the iron that your body is taking in and getting, right? And so some of the key features, I'm just going to go over some of it. Basically, NFR, PUP, whichever you want to choose, personal use products, not for resale, whatever. They've got extra names on it now. Is free shipping from the 1st of the month to the 20th. So you can go grab your product for 0 shipping. I love that we get that. So some of the key features on it is it helps maintain your iron stores and improve your iron status in women, helps alleviate iron deficiency. You all know the exhaustion that comes from being anemic, right? Like I experienced that last year before I had my surgery, that my blood levels were so terribly low. You cannot explain enough of how tired you are. Like it's a tired that you do not get a rest from. You're always, always tired. And some of these women just push through. You know, it's very, very hard to live like this. And so it helps ensure adequate iron intake to support your healthy cellular function and hormone synthesis. So here again, we are hearing how important it is for your mineral levels to be at capacity, that your hormones can be supported as well, right? And then it supports the formation of red blood cells and hemoglobin. So giving support to your blood actually having the good healthy cells in it. Benefits, I love what they paired it with, includes vitamin C, cysteine, and most importantly, watch me butcher this word, lactoplantabilis plantarium. Ha! I have no idea if that's right, but hey, that's what it looks like. And that's just a probiotic, right? It's just a healthy strain of a probiotic because we all know iron in itself constipates. Nobody here needs any of that, right? We're the gut health company. We want this product to get into our gut and we want it to be a healthy environment for your body to grab it because that's where we absorb it, for your body to grab it and go put it into your blood stores. And then every organ is going to benefit. And so that is a type of a precision probiotic to improve the iron absorption and support the wellness and active lifestyle. Uses a form of iron called ferrous fumarate at a level that is effective and gentle on the stomach. Now, some of the questions that we got were, my iron levels are good. What do I say to people that don't know what their iron levels are? Should they be using this product? Dr. Hartman says that this product is so absorbable that your body's going to take what it needs. The rest is not going to bother. And so if you don't, like say that you're just at stellar levels and you've never had this issue and you don't really notice a difference, you might be fine without it. Other people, even if they are on plexus, potentially, especially because of like hormone cycle, how your cycles are doing with your hormones, other women probably need this supplement just to support it a little bit more, right? So there's a vitamin C in there that is a very easily absorbable form. And we all know that extra vitamin C can really help pull your absorption to a higher level. Cysteine is an amino acid, and that is just an extra amino acid in there to help with the absorption because it breaks it down easier. And then the probiotic strain obviously supports that. And it says that it probiotic strain that enhances the iron absorption by producing metabolites that increase iron bioavailability and promote a healthy gut environment. So super excited for that product to be in our toolkit because I know that a lot of women go and get this iron supplement or get a iron supplement on the side of their plexus supplements because that's what they need, right? And how good is it if we can offer them that as well? Okay, I'm also thinking of pregnant mamas. There's several among us. Such a good idea to get a very bioavailable form. We all know that being constipated during pregnancy is not necessary. It's not good. And your body's working overtime, creating this little human being. So you definitely need extra iron, right? So that's another market. I mean, like, look at if you could put a pregnant mama on triplex, X Factor, and this iron supplement. How amazing is that? I'm also thinking of postmenopausal women, because bone density is very affected by your iron levels. All your mineral stores come from your bones, right? And so there's definitely market, like I said the other day, I think it's a 9 to 90 age group that we're targeting in this supplement. All right. I feel like I'm the only one talking today because I did the product highlight. I'm going to be sharing a little bit on taking focus in your business tonight. And I'm going to go through several things, and I asked Sheila to kind of feed off of me, whatever she's kind of listening to me say. If she has extra to add, feel free to add that. So every now and again, we need an evaluation in our business, right? And we need to stop and decide, okay, where am I going? Where am I? What do I want? And am I doing what it takes to get there, right? And so a couple of questions, and maybe you want to write this down. It's up to you. But a couple of questions, and then I'll get into it a little bit more. So number one, are you wanting your business to grow? And number two, are you sometimes frustrated that things aren't happening as fast as like you feel they should? That's often where we get stuck in our mindset, right? And number three, are you feeling stuck and not knowing what to change to get out of this feeling? Now, just a reminder from me, feelings are not facts, okay? Feelings are simply emotions that we feel. They do not determine the facts around you, or they do not change your circumstances either. So the main question on this topic is, and we're going to talk about a couple of things that might help you clarify and help you move forward as well. I'm processing a little bit as I'm sharing this, because as I was writing this down today, I knew that I hadn't fully taken all the notes down that I wanted to. So forgive me if I'm a little bit thinking in between here. So number one, are you running a hobby, or are you serious about building a business? And this is something I want you to have no shame, blame, guilt, or anything on, because we all get to decide what this is supposed to be for us, right? And some of us have decided this is a business. I'm here for it. I'm sacrificing. I'm growing. I want to go all the way. Whether that is for you or not, that is up to you to decide, okay? But decide what you want. And again, no guilt or shame. We're not shoulding, because if we should ourselves, it just creates all these emotions and frustration, and you cannot work from that energy. That energy is just going to cause you to feel more stuck. That energy is just going to cause you to create the same mindset cycles, because honestly, what you focus on grows. And if that's the thought process in your brain, you're just focusing on what's not working. Let's pull that back and let's look at what could be working for you. So decide what you want, and by deciding, you give yourself the freedom to choose. So either way, when you choose, you know what you are capable of. Here's the piece of where we often look at others and we think, I can't do what she does. Like, I can't be her. You have to be careful not to look at someone else's chapter 25 and compare that to your chapter 1. So I had an appointment with the lady today, and she said, how long have you been in Plexus? And I said, it's been 10 years. I turned 50 this year, and I had just barely turned 40 when I started. And I said to her, I don't think I would recognize who I was at 40 back then when I started. That's how much growth I have gone through in this last decade. And that was because I decided this needed to be a business for us, and I would take things seriously, right? And so all of those things are your own personal decisions, because you get to choose that for your life. So here's a little bit of clarification. A hobby tells you that I'll do Plexus when I get time after all my other things are done. And now this is often the situation when you start, because some of us have jobs, some of us have other requirements that are there. But it's a different mindset in your brain. Even when I had a job, even when I still had all those requirements, I still told myself, I have to work my plexus. I have to reach out to new people and I have to follow up every day because I was treating it very seriously because I wanted a serious outcome. So whichever mindset you choose, just be aware of the choice that you make is the outcome that you will get, right? Whereas a business mindset says you set business hours and a plan to have in place for what you want to accomplish. Okay. So regardless of what other circumstances you have on the side, you have decided, okay, I'm going to work this and I'm going to make time for it every day. Because honestly, a hobby, you go and do whenever you have time for it, right? You kind of allocate other things. Okay, this afternoon I'm free. I'm going to work on my hobby. And honestly, that is the freedom that you can have here. Several things that will help you decipher if you're frustrated, I don't have time. You might want to evaluate a little bit on what items in your life you are spending time on. If you want to be serious with this and you still don't have time at the end of the day, where are you spending your time? Because this business is going to take a sacrifice of your time, right? There's no job that we can go to and spend time there and not be able to walk away and say, I traded that amount of time for this amount of money. This is the same thing. If you're putting time in, it will give you money back, right? And so if you're not willing or not able to sacrifice a certain amount of time, just be okay with the fact that it's only going to pay you what you put in, right? And so knowing what lane that you're in helps you separate it to being what it is. And again, I love the concept that we can work from facts and then look at ourselves and say, that's interesting. You know, I felt all these emotions over it. And now I can just look at the facts, remove the drama and say, that's simple. I can actually make this choice. Okay. So a couple of the things about knowing which lane you're in for two reasons. One, when you know which lane you picked, hobby or business, you know what to expect. It's not hard anymore. And then you're going to remove all the shoulding. I wish I had. I can't this, I can't that. This is a hobby. That's okay. I'll do it when I get to it, right? Be okay with the outcome as well. Because don't expect to go diamond when you have a hobby and hobby time frame to do your business, okay? That's just fact of the matter. That's simple. On the other hand, if you decide that, you know, I'm making this my business, I'm going to put in the time, you are also going to have the mindset that says, oh, after work, I don't have anything tonight. I have to make sure that I plan out the time spots that I have this week to work my business. And you're going to create consistency because you have a goal. And that consistency is going to feed into that goal and it's going to grow, right? And so just by simply telling your brain what you have chosen, you're going to create the outcome on that. Now be careful because some of you might choose a hobby because you think that you don't have time, but you actually want a business. Don't end up frustrated. Be honest with yourself. If you want a business, you don't have to invest 25, 40 hours a week, right? You can start growing this business from small pockets of time at the beginning and where you know that you have time. But just like Luella was saying, instead of just scrolling, you're actually being productive. So all of us, stats show that the average human being spends how many hours a day online just by what do you open your phone 150 times a day is what they say, right? So if we add up those 150 times a day that we open our phone, how long are we on our phone during that time? How much of that time is actually spent scrolling, reading, right? Checking up on things. Granted, we need time to do that in this business, but all that time together could probably give you a good chunk of a couple of hours that you would be actually productively working your business. So feel encouraged. You have more time than you think you do. So with that becomes the question of how can I move forward? And what am I doing of why it's not growing, right? These are very common questions that we get. And a couple of things that change the mindset when you have come and decided, okay, I'm going to make this a business. I'm going to treat it like a business. I'm investing this amount of time per week. And now what do I do? Okay, number one, I want you to think of 4 people that you would pick to be leaders on your team. Okay, I want you to go pick 4 people that you want to do this business with. Luella talked about the community. We each build our own community, and then we bring those communities together. So you want to go find people that you can think of and that you can say, hey, I want to go to Maui and sit on the beach with them, because that would be super cool if I could do that with you, right? You want to find people that also want what you're wanting, which is to build a business here. And so if you're looking for sick people and wishing and hoping that they're going to turn into leaders, you're going to be frustrated. While we help people all the time, not everybody is in the mindset of wanting to be a leader. So if you are actually looking to build this business, you want to be looking for people that are there with the same mindset as you. Sometimes we have to cultivate this mindset. Sometimes that takes a little bit of time being in the crowd, so to speak, and seeing what's actually all here before people start sharing, right? But here's several things that you can have as side notes. And as you are, it's always a sifting and a sorting process for your people. As you are looking for people, people are going to want just plain health. They're not going to want any of the community things. And depending on how you bring them in, they'll be happy right there. They're just going to be like happy product users. They're going to be like, I love Plexus. I support what you do. I don't want to do what you do. As long as I can get my ProBio 5, I'm good to go. You don't want to be looking for just those people. You have to be looking for a variety of people. If you're looking for a leadership team, you want at least 4 people that want to go with you. And those 4 people are all going to build individual legs under you, which become individual teams. And you're doing this together because we rise by lifting others, right? So you're looking for people with leadership skills like yours. And so often you will see teams being built with similar people as the leader, because that's what you attract. That's who you attract. And so Genevieve said today, go look for more yous out there. And sometimes we don't think that that's compliment. That is a compliment. It honestly is a compliment, because you have attracted a certain amount of people that want to grow with you, right? And so if you're looking for someone that would also want an opportunity, that wants a growth opportunity, and that wants to link arms with you, that you can mentor and do it together, because that's the fun part of doing it together, right? So here's the stats that she gave us today, and some of them were like, ooh, that's a little harsh, but it's good to know. It's good awareness, right? So if you're looking for 4 new leaders, say you're just looking for people that want to do the business with you, what would you have to start doing? What's one thing? Drop it in the comments. If you're starting to look for business builders, what is one thing that you would have to start doing in your business in order to attract business builders? Any ideas? Drop it in the comments if you're like thinking on the fly. Post about it. Woo, Ramona. Yes. You have to tell people that you have a business. You have to tell people that you make money. I don't care if it's $10, you're still making money, right? You're getting paid to take your vitamins. That's phenomenal. Nobody does that. I was just talking to a lady today that talked about she had owned a health food store for 17 years. She said, I know no one who gets paid to take their vitamins. And I said, I know lots of people who get paid to take their vitamins, right? And so we were laughing about that, because I said, well, that's how easy Plexus makes it. If you just want to share with a couple of friends, get paid to take your vitamins, away you go, right? If you actually want to build a team, you're going to need leaders to come alongside of you. And you're going to have to tell people that there is a business opportunity here like nowhere else. We know that Plexus stands behind the whole do network marketing way, could be done, should be done, but rarely ever is done. That's a high call to uphold. It means a lot of honesty and integrity, and bringing in people that are willing to do the grit, the hard, and willing to grow in order to raise their own lid, in order to bring in more people that are, I want to go look for people that are better than me, right? I want to look for people that have more skills than I do, because you never want to be the best person in the room. You always want to bring in people that are going to lift you up as well and run with you. Okay, so we're posting about our business. And then what are the 2 most scariest things that people feel in plexus when they begin sharing. There's two things that people fear most. And I found this super interesting. They talked about it at Gold School a little bit last weekend. So number one is what? Getting a no. We hate rejection. We don't want people to tell us no. Yes, Melinda, rejection. It's like, you know, we know we have something good. We stand behind our product because we have built our belief, and our belief is strong because we have seen results, right? New people look at you and they're like, she's got an extra head on her shoulders. I'm not sure what she thinks I'm going to do for her. They don't have your belief. They don't see what we see. And so when they say no to us, we're like, dang, if you only knew how good it was here, right? You get to build that belief. What is the second part that people hear the most when they begin sharing plexus? And they're also scared of this one. They're really scared of this one. It's the opposite of rejection. It is a yes. It is a yes. Failure too, but people are scared of no's. People are also scared of yeses because then they're like, oh, deer in the headlights. What do I do now? I don't know what to do, right? And so we make this way too hard. Yes, Valerie, getting a yes and then not knowing what to do. We make this way too hard. So we're going to be keeping this super simple. You're looking for people who want to build a business with you. Now, we're not going to start with being a CEO of a large corporation. We're going to start with, hey, do you know 4 friends who also know 4 friends? There you go. You've built a gold. 4 friends who know 4 friends. It's not all on you. As soon as you shift your mindset to understanding that, oh, if I find 4 friends and they all find 4 friends, because everybody knows more than 4 friends, I'm gold. That's 100 points already. Look at that. See, as soon as we start seeing the mindset for duplication, and it starts immediately when you start sharing, you can cast that vision to this new person coming in, and all you do is show them the next step. That is it. Keep it simple, sister. We make it way too hard. We tell them about the compensation plan and we lose them at the second sentence in, but we want so badly to help them. And we overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Let's talk about who you know. You have a referral link. It's super simple. We're all going to get them on triplex. That's it, right? Okay. The other thing that you want to do is some will change with you, some will want it with you, and some will not want it at all. You have the freedom to bless and release people. It's okay. Maybe they've gone gold and maybe they don't want to grow further than that. Be okay with that. Never waste your energy on dragging, because the possibilities are endless for more and more people coming into your organization. So don't stop and wait for people, right? That's why you're going to see Celeste Gwen on the leadership boards, because she's still bringing in new people, and she's like a 12-star diamond. She's got like 12 different diamonds under her. There's always more room for your own personal people being brought in, right? And so the other piece of this, just quickly going to go look over. The other piece of this is know who you are attracting. I love how Genevieve says, stop fishing for minnows and get a hook on your line for big fish bass. Who are you drawing in, right? Do you have a tiny little hook on your line for minnows because you feel more comfortable just dealing with the small little things? Or are you actually casting your net far and wide and really showing bigger people, more people? I call them my chicken listers. I have people out there that I am in awe of what they have accomplished in life. And you can never say that, oh, they don't need plexus, they're rich. They don't need plexus, they have all this. Maybe they need the community. Maybe they need just the products in itself and they want to share that with everybody. If they don't need the finances, do not be scared of approaching these people, because they probably have an excellent business mindset and they could be a running partner with you. And so when you are casting the vision, make sure that you know that there's all kinds of people out there that could be excellent assets sitting around your table, and they building their dreams and accomplishing that because of the skill that they have, right? Okay. All right, I'm going to wrap up with 2 things. number one, business does not slow down during summer. Can we just verbalize that and be open with that? Because essentially, people have more time during the summer than what they do the rest of the year. And even if your kids are home, you have a lot of freedom in that, right? And so I loved what the perspective that was brought on this, because if you want to build your business during the summer, people are super open about it. Do a sip and share, do an event, do a messenger chat, find some places to gather some people together in a park, send the kids off to play, tell a couple of moms, hey, you know what? I have this opportunity. It'd be really fun to do with a group of moms. I know a lot of other moms that do this. And guess what? You could actually be making some serious cash if you are interested in linking arms with me. There's so much opportunity out there during the summer. Do not have the mindset that people shut down for summer. I can promise you, if they have jobs, they get up in the morning, their alarm rings, and they go do their job, whether it's summer, winter, spring, or fall, right? And so change your mindset. If that's something that you think is like, holding you back, change your mindset, get those dates together and get out with people. You will be amazed at how much your business is going to grow during the summer. The other piece is convention is coming. And yes, it's only like, gosh, not even 5 weeks away, right? Oh, that makes me a little bit nauseous because I have a lot to do before that yet. Very, very, very excited for this year's convention. If you haven't seen yet, the theme is velocity. I'm sure you've seen it in like 1,000 emails already. And it's because there's a large tidal wave happening under Plexus that is creating a lot of momentum in the last few months. If you haven't seen, there's been just a mass of new jewels being developed month after month. We have new Canadian diamonds. We have more people going for diamond than ever before. And so it's really exciting of what's happening right now. If you can make it to convention, book that ticket, get the room, share the room with however many friends you can. You will not regret spending those 3 days. And it's not very expensive to go to Vegas on a flight. It honestly, it's probably the expense of a camping trip, right? Get in the room with your team and just take in what convention is going to be, because I promise you, your business will escalate fast after you have been in that environment. And so I'm very excited to see all of you guys that are going to be there, and those that are still deciding that will be coming, because I know there is more of you yet. All right, I'm going to close for tonight. Sheila, what did you want to add to that?
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, but that was really, really good. The one thing that I was thinking of when Mom was talking is the other day I had a friend post something about procrastination. Now, I can be the queen of procrastinating when I want to. I can put things off till the last second, and I have done it my entire life. High school, hello, that 10-page essay, midnight the night before, oh yeah, we're getting that done. And what she said about it was so fascinating to me, because she said procrastination is not avoiding the task itself. Procrastination is avoiding the feeling that may possibly come with the task. So if you're thinking about, you're procrastinating your IPA, you're procrastinating speaking to this one certain person, what feeling do you think is going to come alongside that? What feeling do you think you're going to get? Is that feeling a fact? And then walk yourself through it. Because feelings are not facts. Feelings or emotions, our feelings are very unreliable. The Bible tells us that the heart is deceitful above all things, because our feelings are not reliable. Facts are facts. And so if you are procrastinating something, and this is me preaching to the choir here, sit down and tell yourself, okay, what are the facts? And then just do one thing, because doing one thing is going to push you into momentum into doing the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing, and then before you know it, you're done. And then you're going to feel like, I did it. And my feelings that I thought I were going to feel are all not right, all not real. They never happened, because 90% of the things that we worry about in our life are things that are never going to happen. The things that actually happen are not even often the things that we worry about. And so if we can get ourselves to a place where when we feel these feelings coming up, we can say, okay, is this a fact or is this a feeling? And then work our way past it. And that is how I'm going to learn how to kick procrastination. Because I can tell you, I've procrastinated cleaning my daughter's fish tank for a long time. And when I finally did it, it really didn't take that long. And it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Mommy, can you take me to the bathroom?
Okay. I'm going to take this one to the bathroom. I'm not going to procrastinate it.
I feel like we can relate. I can relate. I feel like there's things that we always have in our life that we would like much rather procrastinate about instead of just facing. And often it is exactly that. Like Paige said, it didn't take you near as long as what you thought it would, right? Or it wasn't as bad as what you thought you would. Okay. On that note, I would love you guys to have the floor a little bit and share something that you are working with, or if you relate to something that we said today, something that you took away or something that, you know, stood out to you. Anybody?
I'll go.
Okay.
Um, for for a while, for a few months, I procrastinated about so I was getting tired, I was getting discouraged with my business. I felt like I was losing touch with my people, and I kept chasing the people that didn't want to be with me. So I burnt out. And so I decided to consistently work on my stuff. And then the people who want to join me, like my cousin today, Tanisha, she started a product. She put her order in April, and she's lost some weight already. She's got more energy. And now she's looking at maybe starting to share because she wants to make some extra money. So this is what I'm working on. By working on my consistency of doing all of the things and not procrastinating, Sheila, then I'm hoping that I can be a good leader for her and show her that really it's not that hard. It's not that bad. All you have to do is speak with your heart, right? What you feel is what's the right thing for you is more often than not what's good for somebody else too. You just need to show them that if you do what's good for you, they can do what's good for them.
I love that. I love
My
that.
2
Val.
cents today.
And you know what, guys? I have seen Val, like she stepped back a bit. She lost her confidence a little bit because she was working hard. But we have to learn to work in the right places, right? She was excellent at recruiting, but it's discouraging when people don't stay. And then she brought her heart into the game, and she has done amazingly, amazingly. And so,
Yeah, it
congrats.
gets really tiring to rebuild every month and just, like I said, keep chasing the people that don't want to be there, you know? So I just learned to put everything that I have on the table, and they pick and choose. If they want to come along with me, I will check on them 2, 3, 4 times maybe. But if I get no response, I'm not going to keep wasting my time and their time, and potentially also lose friendship, because sometimes when you put too much time into people that don't want you to put time into them, they find it annoying and then they just start walking away. So if it's going to work, it's going to work. If they want to make the effort, then good. I'll be there. If not, we move on.
Has to be a relationship, right? I love that part. They're starting to trust you, and they know that you're consistent, and they're in for themselves. Tanisha, that's so exciting. I'm so glad that you're here. April 17th, you have just dipped your toes in. I can't wait to hear more. Okay, Paige, I can't unmute but here with bedtime and the chaos, but not procrastinating my systems. I keep thinking systems. I need to figure it out, but that takes time, thinking time. So I am making time to up level my leadership level and my systems. Also posting for the right women specifically to them. It's getting real clear, but I'm not going to quit. See? Yes. It's basically getting rid of like putting your blinders on, right? Knowing what you're going for. That's so good. And honestly, getting the systems into place is often much easier than we procrastinate it to be. Anybody else have something? Feel free to share. Yes, you are not responsible for their success. You can honestly not make people take their supplements, right? And without taking, I always say, like, if they came in potentially maybe even for business, but they don't take their products, they can't work from on the counter. And so many people feel transformed because of the results that they have for themselves. And that's a start to the belief factor. They have to have belief in the products in order to actually be sharing the business, right? And so you are not responsible for their success. You are there to be their coach, to mentor them, to know that you are trustworthy, to link arms with them, speak belief into them, and cast the vision. Away you go. Awesome. All right, anything else, guys? Ramona is out in Japan. I wonder what time it is there. It's probably not even today anymore. She's probably in tomorrow already. Crazy. Other side of the world. All right, if you guys have nothing else to share, then we're going to close. It's 11 a.m. the next day. Oh my word, that is so weird. So weird. Wow, so different. I hope you have an amazing time there. Thanks for being on tonight, everybody. Thanks for sharing, Luella. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.